Hey everybody, and welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, the good folks at Wurkkos sent us another light to check out. This one is the TS22. Now, gonna start off, as always, pretty much standard flashlight construction, 6061 aluminum. You've got a lot of milling going on, which does actually provide a pretty darn good grip for this flashlight. USB-C charging, of course, and you're powered by a single 21700 battery. Now, you may have noticed that the pocket clip is dual-sided. You've got the dual-sided pocket clip. Now, I tried this one on my hat, and again, it's just a little too heavy. I can actually feel it, kind of like when it's out on the end of my cap, kind of pulling my head down a little bit too heavy for me to use like that. It's going to have to be a little bit lighter, But like I said, solid aluminum construction. You've got a single emitter, orange peel reflector. Your emitter is a XHP 70.2 LED. Got a crenulated bezel. You do have a spot for a lanyard, which does come with it. Right, yeah. But overall construction is actually pretty darn good. I really like the way this one feels in hand. Your pocket clip is movable, removable, however you want to do it. Probably a little bit too large for me to pocket carry. Let's take a look at that real quick. Not quite 5 inches, 4 3/4. And at its widest point, you're looking at probably just over an inch at the bezel. 1.125 or so. But yeah, little bit heavy. Let's get a weight on it. I didn't see what it weighed. So yeah, you're looking at almost 6 ounces. So it's just, I tried it, didn't really like the way it felt on my hat. So wasn't really crazy about it. But pretty much standard operation. You've got side switch right here. If it's been off for 3 minutes, let's see, I think it's been off for 3 minutes. Nope, obviously it hasn't. If it's been off for more than 3 minutes, it's got a lockout mode. And you'll go to press it on, it'll flash twice. That tells you it's locked out. So you have to double press to actually turn it on. So, and again, pretty much standard operation. Press and hold, and you're going to get the eco mode at 10 lumens, and then it's pretty much press and hold, low, medium. Low is 100, medium is 500, high you're looking at 1800, and then double click for turbo at 4500 lumens. Now it does actually have 2 modes. You can have it at the stepped mode, which I just showed you, or you can have the ramping mode where you press and hold, it ramps up in brightness, and then it flashes saying I've reached the top. Press and hold again, and it'll ramp down. When it'll flash again, say I've reached the lowest point. Now, I particularly don't care for the ramping mode. I don't ever use the ramping mode. I leave it in the step mode. The modes are going to give me pretty much the light I want. Eco for low light, double click for turbo, I get max power. And I'm really liking, we're going to go outside, of course, but I'm really liking the coverage that this light gets you. Definitely more of a flood than a search. You don't have that super defined beam on it, but we'll take a look at that for sure. Just some other stuff about it. It says it has an 80-degree flood angle and a 30-degree spot angle. Yeah, okay. But it's definitely got the flood going on. Water resistant to IP68. Drop resistant to 2 meters. And now, I will tell you too that if you get it straight from Wurkkos, I don't know if they're shipping from the US. I don't know if they ship straight from China, but it's coming in at $36.99 on their website. Now, you can find it on Amazon. It's actually listed at like $51 on Amazon, but there's a coupon. I think there's $11 off. And then there's like a 5% promo code you can use, which brings it down to right about 42 bucks. And you're going to get it. I think I could have got it next day on Amazon. So a little bit, if you're looking at it seriously and thinking about getting it, you can get it cheaper from the Wurkkos website. If I don't know how long it's going to take to get it, so you can save a few bucks, but you might wait a little while, or you can pay a little more, the 42, and you can probably get it the next day. At least that's what it was saying when I was looking at it. So, but anyway, yeah, let's go outside and I'll show you what I was talking about with the beam coverage. All right, here we are. I'm outside with the TS22. Ooh, it's chilly out here. We are on the eco mode. As you can see, we've got some residual snow, so we're going to get some reflection off of that. But, you know, that eco mode is actually, I mean, that 10 lumens is reaching pretty good. So, yeah, not too bad. We've got some residual moonlight. I'm just seeing if we can... No, it's not coming across with the moonlight bouncing off the snow. So, okay. Anyway, so here's our eco. I mean, it's shining out there pretty good. We might get a little bit of a false return with that snow, but, I mean, we start to lose it at about, I don't know, 20-ish feet. So, kick it up to low. And that low is actually going to reach out there. You can just make out the top. There's a little bit of snow on the top of the stump out there. You can just make it out. That's about, what, 80 feet out. So kick it up to medium. There's medium, 500 lumens. Yes, we are reaching the corner of the yard without much trouble. Let's see. Any visitors? Any visitors? Nope, no visitors tonight. All right. Well, maybe someday we'll have visitors again. But like I said, we're getting a lot of reflection off the snow, but pretty decent. I mean, it's more of a flood light than a searchlight. Got quite a wide beam. I will kick it up to high, 1800 lumens. It's definitely reaching out there. It's giving us a lot of light, a lot of flood going on there. I'm really kind of liking the coverage of this light. As you can see, we've got decent spread. Now let's kick it up. There's turbo. So yeah, I am liking the coverage this light has given us. It's definitely more flood than search, but wow. I'm definitely digging that. All right, so there you go. There's kind of an idea of what your beam's going to look like and the coverage coming out of the TS22. We're going back in the house because it's cold out here. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, it was chilly out there. I checked the thermometer on the way back up and it said 24, dude. It was chilly. But, so as you can tell, this is what the TS22 comes with. Obviously, it comes with a charging cable. It does come with a lanyard, like I mentioned before. So, but what did you think of that? The beam coverage. I really like the wide beam it gives you. You know, I mean, you could tell there was a general center spot, but it had a lot of flood, a lot of coverage, and I really like that pattern. You know, I mean, sure, the general search comes in really nice when you've got a good solid beam, but I don't know. I just liked it. I just liked the beam pattern on it. Lots and lots of coverage. But, you know, like I mentioned before, it's a pretty solid light. Probably a little bit too big for me to EDC. 6 ounces, it's a little heavy. I mean, could you? Absolutely 100%. And with that auto lockout function, not too worried about it coming on in my pocket. You know, you've got to double press fairly quickly to get it unlocked to come on. So really not too worried about that function. You know, that all depends on what you're used to too. Now, it doesn't come with a sheath or anything like that. So pocket carry, you could always get a sheath made for it if that's the way you want to do it. Take the pocket clip off, however. But to me, this is more of a bag light. I would, yeah. It's more of a backpack bag light or something like that. But pretty darn good light. Really like the coverage. It's got a lot of positives, and I really can't find a whole lot of negatives about it, other than the fact that I would not wear it on my hat with that double-sided pocket clip. But yeah, other than that, it's good to go for me, for sure. So really, really appreciate Wurkkos sending this one out to check out. Appreciate you guys stopping by, checking it out with me. Of course, as always, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.